On occasion, you may need to create a list of items in your Word documents. Those items could be bulleted to add some pizzazz. They could be numbered, where there are steps that may be needed to be followed in a particular order. And if you let Word take care of the bullets and numbering, you will save yourself some headaches down the road if you need to go back and make changes to the list. Maybe add some items or remove items. The numbering is taken care of for you. The bullets, etc. If you use the built-in bullets and numbering, which we're going to do right now, using our Recipes 1 document here, we're actually going to scroll down a few page 3 where we see our first recipe, working with asparagus here. We have a list of ingredients and we also have a list of steps to be followed in order. One could be a bulleted list, the other a numbered list, alright? So let's start with our ingredients list here. If we want to turn bullets on, we can go directly to the paragraph section here of the ribbon when our Home tab is selected and click Bullets. If we already have the content, we should select it first and then turn bullets on. Notice that at the end of each line it looks like we've hit Enter to start a new line. We can know for sure by going up to the paragraph section and clicking the Show Hide button. And sure enough, you'll see markers at the end of each line where we hit the Enter key. Okay. So let's turn those markers off by clicking the same button and select each of the lines by going into the left margin next to the first line and dragging straight down. You will notice the Quick Tools pop up here as well, and it's just a faster way to get to some of the formatting tools, including, there it is, bullets or numbering. Now in this case we want to use bullets, so let's just click the bullets button itself to take the default. You can see what happens in the background. We have an indent, a bullet, some spacing, and then our ingredients. If we were to click at the end of any of these lines and hit Enter, we get a new bullet. That's the beauty of using the built-in bulleted list or numbered list options. If you hit Enter again, look what happens. On occasion you want to leave blank lines, so hitting Enter twice gives you that blank line. No longer want it? Hit your backspace key on the keyboard to remove the blank line, and we're back where we started. Alright, so that's the bulleted list, the default. Let's go down to our numbered list here, which needs some numbering. Again, we already have some content, but sometimes you're creating your bulleted or numbers lists from scratch. You don't already have the text. So let's say that's the case. We'll just click on the blank line of our first step where it says Place Asparagus, and we'll turn numbering on. Let's just go up to the paragraph section here on the ribbon and click the numbering button. There it is. So we get the default one indented space just like our bullets, and all we have to do now is start typing. So let's just type in the following and hit Enter at the end. Preheat oven to 400, etc. When you hit Enter, you get the number 2, so the list has been created on the fly for you. If you don't want numbering, which we don't, we're actually going to go back and apply it to all of our steps. We can go to the left margin, for example, click and drag across both lines. Even though line numbering 2 has nothing in it, you can see a little bit of shading after the 2. That means you got both lines. When we go to our Quick Tools here, you'll notice that the numbering button is shaded, meaning it's turned on. Click it again and it's turned off. So now we can click on the blank line, hit backspace to take it out, and we have all of our steps already there. Let's do like we did with our bulleted list. Go into the left margin, click and drag down across each of the lines, and turn numbering on from here. There we go, everything's numbered for us. Of course, the beauty is if we want to go back and take out one of those steps, the number is going to adjust itself automatically for us. Or if we click at the end of last step and hit Enter, we get step number 9 automatically. You don't have to use your tab. Type in the numbers, add the space between the number and the text, and then go back and make changes. What a headache that could be. So let's just backspace a couple of times, maybe 3 or 4 times, to take out the blank line and the number 9. And let's see what I'm talking about by going up at the end of step 3 here and hit Enter there. Notice we have a new number 4 and everything else gets renumbered for us automatically. Hit Enter again, and just like we saw with bullets, we get a blank line. The numbering readjusts itself again. Hit backspace and we're back where we started. Okay, so that's a good start creating bulleted and numbered lists. Of course, we can make changes to the formatting and the appearance of our bullets and numbers. We'll talk about that after we save our document and move on to the next lesson.